While vacationing at a remote cabin in the woods, a young girl and her parents are taken hostage by 4 armed strangers who demand they make an unthinkable choice to avert the apocalypse. Confused, scared, and with limited access to the outside world, the family must decide what they believe before it's all is lost. Yes, that is the Google synopsis of A Knock at the Cabin Door, directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Shyamalan? I'm sorry.
Shyamalan. I think you said Shyamalan. It right first
time. If you don't know, now you know. For everything that we do a run sentence review. I did not mean to rhyme that, but I did, so deal with it. Lisa.
No.
Don't. No, that's a cultural thing.
It's Black History Month.
Yeah, it's Black History Month.
It's appreciation, not appropriation.
Please go ahead and give us your one sentence review.
Okay, my one sentence review for Knock at the Cabin Door. I think I've seen this film before, and the ending was okay.
For me, I said, M. Night, just because your twists are played out doesn't mean you have to get rid of all ambiguity. That's how the word's pronounced. So let's dive right into this. What do you think about this movie? When we were talking in our pre-show texts, you seem to be somewhat disappointed. Please explain why.
So this is one that, like, when it was over, I wasn't even sure if I liked it or not. And that's usually it's a 50-50 chance. Yeah. Well, because I wasn't sure if I liked it when we saw that Everything Everywhere All at Once. You remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when we saw that movie, I was just like, I don't know how I feel about it. And the next day I was like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. I had to marinate on it. So this one, I got out of the theater and I didn't know how I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I liked it. And then, of course, James, my
our technical director, James.
Yes, our technical director, James, my personal assistant, and my producer.
Baby daddy.
Yeah. He was like, no, he's like, it's fucking awesome. Like, I loved it. So we literally spent the whole car ride home, and I was like, tell me about this, and then tell me about that, and tell me about this, because, like, in my mind, I thought it was so kind of ambiguous, like if it actually happened or if it was just coincidence. Like if the ending, I was like, maybe they just left it like a little ambiguous. Like I'm still not completely convinced that like it 100% was because he killed his husband. And spoiler alert. And so,
we
but then
will
he
be
was
going
like,
to full spoilers into this, okay?
Yeah.
If you don't, we always do this, guys. I don't know why y'all even trying to. We're gonna.
Yeah. But I guess the twist was that there was no twist. It just was literally a movie testing your faith and everything you've ever known and your partner and all that stuff. And it is what it is. I didn't hate it. I still, when I think about it, I didn't hate it. I will probably never watch it ever again.
Yeah. I would agree with you. I didn't hate this either because, normally when you come to M. Night movie, it's either going to be like the best movie you've seen in a long time or it's going to be the worst movie you've seen in your entire life. It's like there's no in between. I feel like he nailed it on this one. It's in between. It's like not bad.
Love it or, yeah. And like the people who loved it, like loved it.
I really think, like, for example, like Dave Bautista, like he is just straight eating in this. He is doing a great job. Like he really, and that's probably why, like, I didn't like it as much as it probably a lot of people do, is because, like, as soon as Dave Bautista showed up, I was like, I believed every word he said. Like, there is no like, is he lying to these people? Is he not lying to these people? And that goes for like the whole group of the 4 people: Rupert Grant and Nikki Amuku Blerd, and the other girl is Abby Quinn, Adrian Redman, and Sabrina. And I was like, I would believe them.
Because at the very least, they believe they're right. Like they believe 100%. They would pass the lie detector test, everything, because they believe what they're saying is true.
And for me, I guess that's where kind of some of the disappointment comes in, because I never like it. They should have showed more of why Andrew never wanted to like do, like, why he would be so overtly against it. They do kind of hint at it, like in flashbacks, but I feel like we needed to spend more time with the two of them in order to really get inside their mindset, because Jonathan Groff's character Eric, like halfway through the movie, he's like, yep, I think you guys are right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like, I think you guys are right. And like the whole entire time, as these people are doing these heinous things to one another in front of this family, Andrew's like, I don't care. Like, like this is fun. You guys are just crazy. Like, they're literally killing themselves to try to convince you of this thing. And like, as much as I would love to not harm a loved one, maybe you just shoot him and he pretends to be dead.
No, I couldn't do it. No, I couldn't do it.
I feel like, because especially when they get to the end, and the reason why Jonathan Groff does what he does, I feel like they could have definitely pushed that more. Because even though you do see their relationship, you never really understand that they found the person that they truly love, I guess. And at least I didn't feel that. Maybe you did feel that, but like, you understand they love each other, but the reason why they end up in the end doing the thing they did is because they want Wynn to be in that, to have what they have. And I feel like they could have like leaned into that further, and that would have probably made it a much better movie, even though it's not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie. And the other thing is like that me and James were talking about was because we're so used to there being like a twisty twist, like this big like aha got you moment, and like in really M. Night Shyamalan, like other than The Sixth Sense and maybe The Village, like none of the other movies have been like that. They've been pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
but
there's really never really like a twist, as there is some sort of, I wouldn't even say, I was going to say twist, some sort of huge understanding that you find out, and it's not really like it turns, like only in The Sixth Sense does it really like turn itself, and Unbreakable does it turn itself on the head, right?
Yeah.
In Signs, there's no twist.
No, there's no twist in Signs. There's no twist in
The Village has kind of a twist.
Well, that's what I said, kind of The Village, but what's the freaking the one where the Earth literally fights back, and
The Happening.
Like there's no
that
twist
was just
in
a bad movie. There's no twist in Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Avatar is Why do you keep reminding me that movie exists?
Because we need to, if you forget about history, you're doomed to repeat it.
With the last Airbender.
Every single character is white except for the bad guys.
Jesus, I can't even. I can't.
Even though he's an South Asian man, like, why are you making the bad guy South Asian if you're a South Asian? Like, everybody else is white. Like, get out of here, dude.
Okay, so, but I do think that and I think that he's right, that for whatever reason, we've just like built up that that's what he does. That's like the only thing he does. So that's like the kind of movies he always has to make. And like, so that's what I was expecting to watch. And then when it didn't happen, and it's literally just a movie about like, honestly, just like love and faith. And
and it's as straightforward as possible. Like,
like
the things that they say are happening are happening.
What's it called? 1100 Club or whatever that Christian
700 Club.
700 Club
with Pat Robertson. I think he was on that. Yeah.
I mean, it almost could have been like a church movie, really, but
which is
other than the murder and mayhem. But why didn't we get more of Rupert?
I don't know. Like he was like
they were
barely
trying to hide his face.
Yeah, he was barely in the movie. Like, it was kind of, because maybe he just has a bad American accent. I've seen The Servant; he does not. But
he could have had a British accent. I mean, this is America. Literally, everyone has an accent.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Why they just like, oh yeah, you're American in this? Like, can't I be British, bruv?
Yeah,
just bruv, gov. Yeah. Like, even like Star Wars, where like Daisy Ridley has her natural accent, and like John Boyega, who is like from London, is talking in this American accent.
Wait, did you not see the John Boyega?
Oh, because he was going to do it in his normal accent. They're like, we can't understand you.
No, because he said that like the first thing one of the first things he tried was like, I'm a stormtrooper, I'm here to save ya. And he's like, no, I'm not doing that. Because he has like what they call like the South London.
Yeah.
He has like he doesn't have the posh accent.
No, it's Cockney, I believe. I don't know anything about that country, but I would assume that's the name of the.
Well, I've been watching a whole lot of Below Deck, and they talk extensively about Northern Londoners and Southern Londoners. and how they're completely different people.
Also, everybody who's watching this, we definitely need money because we definitely need to get a yacht cruise. Like, because we all been watching a Below Deck, and we want to do that one day. But you have to be insanely rich, or just take out a whole bunch of loans and not care about paying them back. But I can't get loans because
It's a thing.
I'm black. That's what. Yeah.
For those who are listening,
for those who listen, you may not hear it in my voice, but I am fact.
But the accent thing, especially when we're talking about like America, like everyone has a different accent. You get different accents from neighborhood to neighborhood, town to town. Like,
drive to South Atlanta.
Yeah.
See if you can understand anybody how they talk down there. Drive to Memphis. I don't know.
Oh God! And have you ever heard anyone from Tennessee? Like,
it's weird.
Their accents are so thick.
So we don't. I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just like a studio thing where they're like, "Oh, this is for American audiences," and Americans are dumb. They don't want to hear no British guy, so you got to be American too. And it's like, look at his face. He looks British.
And he could have a green card.
Yeah.
He could be a citizen.
I've met a number of South Africans over my lifetime, like more than 2. Yeah. Just in daily life.
Whoa.
Like 4.
Did they know each other?
2 of them were brothers, so they did know each other. Actually, it's like 6 or 7, honestly. It's weird how many South Africans I've met.
Okay.
Like, if all the other, like, it's not weird to say I've met a whole bunch of Nigerians, because I have met a whole bunch of Nigerians, but, like, they're from Africa. This is where we come.
It's a big continent.
It's a big continent, but, like, hey, I'm from South Africa, Mike. I don't know how they talk.
I don't think that's it. I don't think that's the accent.
It's different.
Abort.
Put another strip on the Barbie. I don't know what's happening.
Okay. Get back. Task at hand. We're talking about Rupert's accent.
Rupert Grint.
So Rupert Grint's accent, and then how they just didn't utilize them. And I mean, I'm a Bautista fan, and I was going to see this movie anyway.
Yeah,
but I was very excited about seeing Rupert in like a different role, because I haven't seen a lot of his. I know he's in a lot of stuff since Harry Potter, obviously, because it's been like 20 years or some shit like that.
He's a grown man now.
but so I was excited. I was really excited to watch him, and I think he had 2 lines.
It's literally like he comes in the house and then he's out of the movie, and that's it.
Yeah,
and it's like that's it. Like,
his murder, I can't remember.
He's the first guy to get.
I know, but did they show it? I feel like they showed it.
Really show the violence. At least, they didn't really show it like how they showed the blood, but they don't show like his face being crushed in or him being hit or anything like that. But yeah, it's just I also feel like this movie could have benefited from being a little bit longer, because it's like hour short. And 20 minutes, like from start to finish, and it's like I was like, it's over already. All right, I got the rest of the night to do things.
Yeah, and if Jason wouldn't have told us there wasn't an after credit scene, I would have stayed and waited. So it was literally just, it's over and it's over. I agree. I think it could have been longer. Just to develop a little bit more. The flashbacks made me nervous. So when I'm seeing flashbacks, I'm thinking, oh shit, they're going to show us something bad about this couple.
Yeah.
No.
But no, I feel like the flashbacks could have been like maybe just the first half of the movie, you know? And like we could have, because I feel like the flashbacks, even as I said, even though they hint to like their mindset and their relationship, it doesn't really flesh it out as much as I would like it to do. So like, I feel like that could have been like the first half of the movie, like showing them like how they operate with one another before they're in this situation, you know, how their marriage is, how their parents with Wynn, and like, how Andrew has internalized the homophobia he's experienced, how Eric has used his religion to like shield himself from that, that could have been like character development, stuff like that.
Which, I mean, you got that from what little you saw.
Yeah.
So it worked. What they had worked.
It works. Yeah. What they have works, but I want a little bit more. That's what.
Yeah. I would have liked a little bit, maybe 10, 15 minutes longer.
Yeah, just not a whole lot, not a whole extra 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a whole, 4-hour movie where we have to like get a break in between and like maybe we'll come back another day. None of that, Zack Snyder. Stop.
But I will say I think Bautista and Wynn, that's her name,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Wynn? I think
Kristen Q, that's her name. That's
they
the actress.
stole the show.
Especially for her being so young.
Yes.
Like normally child actors suck. Let's just call it what it is. They suck. And she was, and they're annoying too, and she was not.
She was not, like, at all.
She played a scared child very well. She played the, quirkiness of a kid who collects grasshoppers. That absolute psychopath.
Yeah. She puts air holes in there.
No, you don't need to be collecting grasshoppers. They're should be extinct. They're
they
terrible
have cute
creatures.
names like Felicia and Chelsea and
yeah, they're not cute. They're disgusting, and they should all be killed.
Okay,
I hate grasshoppers.
Okay.
But it was metaphorical for the fact they were plagues, so the grasshoppers had to be in the movie. Okay. We get it, M. Night. We all read the Bible.
There were so many things that I was just like watching, like, because there'd be like random numbers. I'm like, oh, what's that gonna have to do with later? Like, I could not relax. I was thinking everything was a clue.
And like, for me, also, I feel like I'm just harping on this movie, even though I kind of enjoyed it. But I also feel like there's a missed opportunity with the fact that Rupert Grint's Redman was somebody from their previous past. I felt like all these guys should have been like, if we were in the flashback era, we could have seen like, not something like, oh, there's Dave. Here he is. He's right there. You see him in the flashback? Yeah. That's him. They know each other. But like, like the camera slides past, Dave Bautista's like the PE teacher at the school that's across town from Wynn's or whatever. Or like maybe they've eaten at, Adrian's restaurant one time and, she's just back there making burgers. You don't really see her. I mean, you see her, but you don't, if you're not paying attention, you don't see her. So that somewhere you can feel like you can have that ambiguity because, oh yeah, these people, we've seen these people before. These people have been in our lives. So maybe they are just following us and have stalked us, or maybe they're not. They didn't. Only person that has a previous relationship with him was Rupert Grint, and even then, like I guess they confirm it, but
yeah, they confirmed it. They showed it.
But for some reason, in the flashback they couldn't show his face. I don't know why.
I don't know, but
that's the only thing.
And maybe that exists on the cutting room floor.
Yeah,
because it seemed like it was established.
Yes,
but yeah. So
because there's a lot of things like the reason I don't do this is because I got beat up, remember? And then they're like, cut back to when you got beat up.
It's like watching a sitcom. Yeah. Like watching Family Guy.
It's like watching Family Guy. Remember the dolphins in the book? They're supposed to be
but I didn't hate it. And like it is one of those like I sit on it longer and I'm like, okay, I think I wasn't very fair with this, and I think I wasn't very fair with that. And I think deserve a rewatch, honestly, because all those little things that I was looking for, I wasn't really focusing on the story.
I think it definitely deserves a rewatch. I think the performances of this are pretty good, as well as the concept's pretty novel too. So, in the end of the day, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I definitely didn't hate it, and and I do think maybe a rewatch would be beneficial, just to appreciate it one more time.
So, do you want to go on to ratings?
Oh, sure.
This is how if you don't know, now you know. Every time we review something besides giving a 1-sentence review, we also do our ratings. If we really think it's cool and great, we give it a head. If we think it's mid, like some 6-month-old weed, we give it a cannon. And if we think it's garbage, like actual garbage, we give it a circus. So, Lisa, in the performance category of this movie, what would you rate it?
Performance, I think it gets head. They were all really good, honestly.
I mean, you got Dave Bautista, best actor, wrestler turned actor of all time at this point.
I agree.
Oliver Groff, I never watched Hamilton or any of his stage stuff, but I've watched what's the Mindhunter. He's excellent. He can do it.
You didn't watch Glee?
No, I didn't watch Glee. Does it seem like I'm the kind of guy that watches Glee?
There was a black person on the show.
Yeah, one.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You know me, I don't like musicals in the first place, so like that's not my genre. Okay?
That's just not normal. I don't know what's wrong with you.
I like my musicals like I like my women, animated.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure that exists somewhere.
Yeah. I got what's that? The senpai pillows with the anime wives.
Yes.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Yeah, good. Good for
we
you.
go out to the movies together.
Healthy.
2 tickets, please, for me and my lady friend. Okay. I would also give the performances a head. This is where I'm going with that. Story-wise, Lisa, how would you rate this?
Story-wise, it's canon.
Okay. Yeah, it's mid. It's canon. Yeah. I was trying to think of something clever for the last category, like how M. Night Shyamalan is this?
I know.
But I was like, it's really, this movie really is not M. Night, like it's not like in this, as we said, not the stereotypical.
But it is movie. Because other movies he makes, I mean,
the really
we're
good,
literally
cool
basing it off of one movie. Maybe two.
Maybe two. The really cool thing, the one thing I really liked about this movie is like he just like shoots things like coolly. Mm-hmm. Is that a word? Like I like he has like especially in the beginning where he's just doing like these super tight close-ups of the,
you can see their pores.
Yeah. And I was like, no other director would probably do this. And like it normally doesn't work, but I'm like digging this conversation where they're having where we're just seeing their faces and like they just have to act with their faces. And I thought it was cool. Mm-hmm. That's just me. Either way, let's give it its overall rating. Lisa, from a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being lame and 5 being not lame. These numbers also don't correlate to any other numbers.
Yeah, that's what I needed you to say. I needed that disclaimer before I said anything.
Thanks, Ron. They don't make sense. What would you rate this movie overall?
This is out of 5. It's probably 3.5.
Dang, that was what I was going to give it.
I mean, you can copy me.
Then I'll be copying you. And everybody's like, Jason always just copies Lisa. And I'm like, no, I don't. I have my own opinions.
Cut it out, guys.
Quit it. I would agree with you and give you this a 3.5. It's worth a watch. I think it's worth a watch. And if you don't like it, you probably have no joy in your heart.
Yeah. Who hurt you?
Yeah. Stop. Just enjoy things sometimes. It's okay to enjoy things. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was all we're going to cover today, guys. Right. That was it.
That's our show. It was a mini.
We're going to do cleaner show. Next week.
Next week we're going to do the cleaner.
Next week we're going to do the cleaner. Actually, probably next week it's probably be Ant-Man. I think something else. Maybe Cocaine Bear comes out next week too.
Oh God.
Or this weekend. Well, no, I think it's just Ant-Man this week, so we can just go do that.
Okay. Don't forget to join our Pantheon.
Join our Pantheon. I'm the god of beer and titties.
There we go.
Everybody's welcome. We don't do mortals and gods. Everybody can come up here to Olympus with us.
Don't forget it's Black History Month, so give your black friends money.
Yes. They did actually get me gas. It was nice. Lisa, you have any closing words for our guests?
Let's see. Don't forget to shop local. Support Black-owned businesses. Please, if another ice cream shop goes out of business, I'm going to die.
That's where they messed up because Black people don't do ice cream like that. We all lactose intolerant. I'm kidding. That we can't freaking monolith ice cream.
What else? There was something else I want to say, but I can't remember. So just be kind to everyone except for people who don't deserve it. Then just give them a big bird.
Yeah, tell them what you really feel about them. Once again, everybody, please like, share, subscribe. Go on the website. Go to Spotify. Go to Google. Please, please, please do all the things. So, because, I forgot to say, because if we get to 5,000 viewers or subscribers, Jason and I will do hot yogurt with Lisa, and I don't want to do that, so make me suffer. Was it 10,000? I would have to agree with agree with everything you say.
Everything I say, no matter what,
even if it's bullshit. Which, for ladies and gentlemen and those in between, is very hard for me to do. And then I think we'll do, like, if we do 50K, we'll do a Taylor Swift show. Something crazy. Or is it
all
20K
Taylor
maybe?
Swift.
All Taylor Swift all the time. Also, something that's very, very hard for me to do.
Yeah, and then we mentioned somewhere in between, if we can reach a milestone, me and Jason get to run your.
Oh yeah, run my Bumble account, my dating accounts, and we can put that on the internet for your viewing pleasure, and so y'all can just look how loser I am.
I can't remember what number. We'll have to ask him what number that was.
Let's say 15.
Sure, 15,000.
15,000. Y'all can go back and be like, no, actually, you said, and we'll be like, okay, we changed our minds, guys.
Guys, yeah, we don't know. We don't even know what episode this is.
Yeah. Look, there's no scripts here. We're just doing this off of the top of our heads, guys.
In case you can't tell.
Thanks y'all so very much for joining us. Be kind, be considerate, tip your servers and bartenders at least 20%, if not more, if you can afford it. I think we're gonna have to get money to get Jason out of jail, but it'll be all right. But if you see Jaren on the street, tell him he owes me some wings.
Ooh, okay. That's much better than last time.
Yeah, I hang out with Jaren. I gotta be nice to him sometimes.
Okay.
Y'all have an excellent night. Bye.
Bye.
We're almost bye. It's still buying.